Greetings everyone, I hope you are doing well. So today our topic is related to the report writing, which is one of the very important topic of the creative writing, and most of the people gets confused while doing the report writing because they are not sure about the format of the report writing and about the features of the report writing as well, that which sort of the language should be there and how they should write the report, what should it be the length of the report writing, which things needs to be included in the report writing, or which things need to be mentioned in the report writing in the detail. So before initiating one lesson, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe it to get more updates related to the topics which I'll be uploading. So let's start with the report writing. So you know that in the report writing, report is something which is a formal, you can say, topic, or it's a formal subject. And once you are writing a report to someone who has asked you for the report, you need to be very concise. You need to write in which tense. So basically in the past, not in the present, because report is something which is it's about an event or the topic which has already been done in the past and you are reporting about that. It can be your visit to anywhere, or it can be anything. So you can say that suppose you are in charge of the student affairs in a college, and it's a question that you need to write a report for the principal in stating the outcome of the recent steps taken for the improvement of the college discipline, and your report should include should focus on these points. So whenever you are getting a question related to the report writing, you will be getting a bullets as well, that these bullets should be included in your report writing. So if you omit any single bullet in your report writing, so your marks will be deducted accordingly. So you need to mention all the three bullets or all the four bullets if you are getting it in your question section. So in the first bullet, they have mentioned that the nature of the discipline problems, you should keep it in mind that you should include it. Steps taken for the improvement, it should be mentioned there. Outcome of these measures, whether improvement has taken place or not. So before initiating, first you need to read your report writing question in a very good way. Understand that what is the requirement of the question, or which things needs to be included in your report writing. Now moving ahead with the format and the features of the report writing, as you can see that we will start it with a to, then you can mention from, and you can mention the subject, and the subject can be underlined in order to highlight it. So basically, if you are writing to the principal, the spelling of the principal is not correct over here. So you should write it in Principal, not PLE. So that PLE means it's a rule or something. So later on, you can start it with dear sir, with respected sir. Then you can mention your introduction paragraph. It is not a compulsion that you should mention introduction. You can assume that the first paragraph is the introduction paragraph, but if you want to mention it, so it's entirely up to you. You can mention it in this way as well. So it is stated in this way that with reference to your instructions, I hereby submit the following report about the present status of discipline. So now this was the first introductory paragraph where you have mentioned the reason that why you are writing this report, who has asked you about this report writing, and the actual report, which is the body, is here in the next paragraph. We faced in the college students, so we faced that the college students were not punctual, they were habitual of bunking the classes, they miss their lectures, and roaming outside, it's roaming, so that is not correct, that is roaming outside. There were no discipline at the college canteen, they were using mobiles during the lectures, and we planned a fine system for late coming students. Undisciplined at college canteen, mobile using and lecture missing students, so we check them with an iron hand. So what are the outcomes? You can give the heading of the outcomes in this way. So this is basically for the students who are going for their FSC. So that is the format and the features. For the rest of the students, either O or A levels, you know that it's not that much, you can say, a difference. So the same thing or language should be included. The same requirement of the report is for all the students. So the outcome of these measures is pleasant. Students are becoming punctual and serious about the study. They now follow discipline. They attend every lecture properly. They also do not use mobile phones. So what are the suggestion? In most of the report writing, you can write the suggestion in the form of the paragraph, or you can write it in the form of the bullets, or you can write it in the form of the points. It's entirely dependent upon the type of the exam which you are going to appear. So basically over here you can see that here they have mentioned it in the form of the points. So in the first point, they have said that a team should be organized which may visit the area on daily basis. That is the suggestion. Security guards and other personnel must be active. So another point, and awareness. The last point is that awareness program regarding the importance of the discipline should be launched. So I hope you will appreciate these measurements I took. Then later on, in charge of the student affairs, you can do your signature towards the left hand side. It's not mandatory that you should do it in the right hand side. So basically the formats every time gets changed, so you should follow the same format and the features as well. So moving ahead, that which things needs to be included. So with sort of the writing, it should be you need to be as clear, as specific as possible in your report writing. So did you visited the phone or email witness or something, whatever you want to. So since it's easier to understand, so what are the things which you need to like add? It should be right in the form of the paragraphs. Use simple language, be clear and specific as possible. Use bullet style, which is appreciative. And later on, the difference between the report and essay, the difference is mentioned over here, that the essays, it can be argumentative and idea based, while the report is informative and fact based. You should mention the facts only. And then in the next point, it is semi-structured. You know that essays are the semi-structured, while the reports are formally structured. Essays are not written with a specific reader in mind except the marker, while a report is usually written with a specific purpose and the reader in mind, that to whom you are writing this report. For essays written in a single narrative style throughout and usually do not include subheadings, usually do not include the bullet points, usually no tables and graphs are there, other you can say conclusions about the question. While on the other hand, you can see that in reports, it is written in style appropriate to each section, always include section headings, and often use bullet points, often include tables and graphs, often recommendations for actions. So mostly the graphs and the you can say the tables are for the official, you can say, purposes. If you want to write the report of, you can say, the taxes you have submitted, or maybe the revenue of the 5 years ago or 5 years past or something. If you want to just you can say tally the previous reports to the recent one. So report writing is different, and for each and every topic, for each and every domain, it is different, means the format is different, and even the features which you want to include, that would be different as well. So here are a few important points which you keep in mind while writing a report, that while writing a report, use names and pronouns I, he, her when you write about yourself and others at the sentence. In the sentence, avoid outdated expressions like this officer and the above mentioned witness or victim I. In the past, some officers were thought that impersonal terminology guaranteed objectivity and accuracy. Not true. You have the same integrity whether you're calling yourself I or this officer. And think about this, that if you were testifying in court, and so this is something else, that how you should mention the pronouns, or no, you should not mention I, the first person. So limit yourself to one idea or per sentence, like straight forward, short, or easy to read, understandable sentences should be there. But if you're writing the compound complex sentences, that is more appreciated as well. So start every sentence with the person, place, or thing. Normal sentence structure in English begins with a noun, and the grammar is simple, but put a period at the end of the sentence. This is something very, you can say, fundamental or the basic, which everyone is aware of, so we don't need to read it in a detail. So about the full length of the report, the length of the report is determined by the subject it deals. It should not be an unending detail of the event. It must be written in the fewest possible words. It must include all the required or essential information which are required by the reader, which is very important. If they are giving you 3 or 4 bullet points, you need to cover that, and you need to address all those 4 bullet or 3 bullet points. So the necessary detail must be avoided. Then moving ahead with the format, we know that heading should be there, here introduction, body, which is our discussion section, conclusion, and suggestion. So complimentary close you are well aware of, and how to mention your name or signature at the end. So this is the whole, you can see a format of the report writing, as you can see over here. Then this is the report, what things you need to mention in the report, in the introduction, in the body, and in the suggestion section, you are well aware of. So it's better, instead of writing or mentioning the date towards the right hand side, everything is or mentioned towards the left hand side. That is more appreciative. But again, like for whatever exam you're appearing, go ahead with that format and those features and that style as well. So you can see about the completeness and compactness of the document, and how you should be well prepared before writing your report, and each and every instruction is mentioned here in detail. So report is a self-explanatory statement of the facts related to a specific subject and serve the purpose of providing information for decision making and follow-up actions. It is a systematic presentation of ascertained facts about a specific event and subject. Report is a summary of findings and recommendations about a particular matter or problem, and report is for the guidance of higher authorities. Report facilitates timely decisions and follow-up measures. So you can see that the report is written for a clear purpose and to a particular audience. Specific information and evidence are presented. They are analyzed and applied to a particular problem or issue. The information is presented in a clearly structured format, making use of sections and headings to the information is easy to locate and follow. So the purpose of report writing is again mentioned in the form of the bullets and points. You can read it. So reports communicate information which has been compiled as a result of research and analysis of the data and of any issue. So reporters can cover a wide range of topics but usually focus on transmitting information with a clear purpose to a specific audience. Good reporters were documented that are accurate, objective, and complete. They should also be well written, clearly structured, and expressed in a way that holds the reader's attention and meets their expectations as well. So the purpose of report writing is to inform the readers about something of relevance to them. Your first step in writing such as a document should be to identify what you are trying to communicate, what is overall purpose of the report, and what are the key points accurately and specifically that you need to put across. But the best reports put these points across, and they should be accurate, and they should be specific, and they should leave no room for ambiguity. So you should also consider whether the report is information only or whether you are wishing to simply inform the reader or something. So again, you need to address the question in a good way, and it's important that it is clearly stated, and you may need to give some background information so that there is a framework to which your readers can fit the information you are presenting. So again, this is one of the important points, that the background information is very important and mandatory. You should mention it, and you should tell your reader that why you are writing, to whom you are writing. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe it to get more updates related to the lessons which I'll be uploading, and related to the other playlists which I have, which I have created in my YouTube section for the fun and entertainment purpose as well. Leave your comments in the comment section, and tell me which topics do I need to mention in my playlist for the creative. It can be related to grammar, it can be related to any English language topics. Thank you.